this video, we will understand 1. What are data and its importance? 2. What are the data model and data modeling? 3. We will see a scenario. 4. Types of data model. 5. Entity and relationship model, and 6. Example of ER diagram. 4. Starting with data modeling, or entities relations, we should know what are data and databases. So, data is a collection of facts, such as numbers, words, measurements, observations, or just descriptions of things. Now, why data is so important? 1. Data helps to improve the quality of life for people. It is first and foremost among the reasons why organizations should be using data. 2. Data allows organizations to measure the effectiveness of a given strategy. It allows you to determine how well your solution is performing. 3. Data allows you to keep track of all of the things in your organization. Collecting data will allow your organization to set goals for performance. 4. Data also support organizations to determine which areas should take priority over others. And 5. Data helps in explaining both good and bad decisions to your staff. Now, let's see what database is. The database is an organized collection of structured information, or data, typically stored electronically in a computer system. A database is usually controlled by a database management system, DBMS. To understand data model, let's take a scenario. Imagine a builder who wants to build a shopping complex, but the builder doesn't believe in creating a model. He manages to create very stylish architecture and very well-planned shopping areas with good banners everywhere, but there are huge jams outside the mall. The reason is the builder failed to create a planned entry and exit in the mall. Sometimes in the big picture, we tend to miss the small details. These details could lead to big problems in the future. Here, data model comes into the picture. The data model is like a blueprint to developers in building a database. It shows deficiencies well before development so that it can be corrected on time. Not having a data model may lead to performance issues and slow processing. What is the data model? A data model is simply a diagram that displays a set of tables and the relationship between them. The structure of data is explicitly determined by the data model. And what is data modeling? Data modeling is the process of creating a data model for the data to be stored in a database. If there is no data model, and developers start building a database, there is a big chance that some entities may be missed, and then the developers have to start from the beginning. And if this happens in a big company, then there would be a huge loss. The data modeling concept has mainly 3 levels. Conceptual model, it helps to describe the semantic of the domain. This data model defines what the system contains. Logical model, in this model, there are a description of tables, columns, object-oriented classes, XML tags, document structures. Defines how the system should be implemented regardless of the DBMS. Physical model. This model cares about the physical structure to store data, like the partition, CPU spaces, replications, shards, etc. This data model describes how the system will be implemented using a specific DBMS. Entity and relationship model. ER model was first introduced by Peter Chen in 1976. It is a non-technical design method that works on a conceptual level, based on the perception of the real world. It consists of a collection of book objects called entities and of the relationship among their objects and attributes which defines their properties. It is free from ambiguities and provides a standard and logical way of visualizing data. Basically, it is a diagrammatic representation easy to understand even by a non-technical user. Let's take an example of an ER diagram to understand it better. This is an ER diagram for a hospital. In this ER diagram, we have 3 entities: patient, hospital, and doctor. Relationship between these entities is shown in diamond shape, and the primary key shown underlined. You can see that there is double oval on phone no. In doctor, this is because it a multi-valued attribute, and multi-valued attribute are always represented in double-line oval.